JD Vance. The latest trend online must be simply devastating for JD Vance. If you have even glanced at social media in the last week, after the meeting which happened the day of, I played this during the Super Chat segment with the confrontation between JD Vance and President Volodymyr Zelensky went very sour, and many people started to make edits of him, taking his face, ballooning it up, and saying, "But you didn't say please."
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this.
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
you're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
Playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
Yeah,
you're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
No, in this
even
entire
today,
meeting, you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Criticizing JD Vance for expecting the president of Ukraine to thank the American people for their hundreds of billions of dollars of financial and material support, which, quite frankly, I even though I am very sympathetic to Ukraine, I really feel like that goes a long way. My take on the confrontation, you didn't ask, but I've lived in Ukraine, so I feel like I get asked for my opinion on this a lot. Even though my opinion is I just feel really bad for Ukrainians dying in a war, and I don't think the war should have happened. It would have gone a long way from Zelensky to show up in a suit, like Trump specifically on the campaign trail said that he expected Volodymyr Zelensky to show up in a suit, which if someone is inviting you to your country to discuss what is effectively hundreds of millions of dollars of gifts, then the least you can do is wear a suit. It's just like a truly vile and disgusting thing to not do that when asked. Second, I feel like you do owe taxpayers a thank you. I feel like you should be expressing your support extremely profusely at all times. If you're in his position, because his war effectively is bankrolled by the West. And if he's not thankful for it, then why the fuck would anyone even bother? My hope for the war, I believe that Zelensky is the villain. And I feel bad for the Ukrainians and the Russians who are now in a war because of Zelensky. I don't know how I feel about the whole like color revolution shit, but I didn't like Zelensky. I left Ukraine because of Zelensky. I didn't trust him because he has inured like billions of dollars from this war chest to buy mansions in Egypt, mansions all over the world. Who knows what kind of money he has stashed everywhere. I just really hope he doesn't get away with it. Or better yet, I hope they catch him. I hope Russia catches him. That would be good. And I hope whatever is left of Ukraine is left the fuck alone. Because otherwise, the war has no winners at all. Anyways, people were making fun of JD Vance with edits. The slate completely misunderstood how much of these were actually done by right-wingers as a form of endearment. So let's take a look at some of the edits, chat. Here we have JD Vance as a lollipop munchkin. That's very cute. Another lollipop themed one where he has a little Twizzler hat. I like that one a lot. Oh, he's standing in front of the Ohio flag, chat. From what I understand, he's a hillbilly from Ohio. Whole roll of them. You got emo JD Vance. Emo JD Vance in front of a furry autism girl and the Nordic sun. JD Vance morphed into like an Alex Jones. JD Vance as a green alien. JD Vance with a pacifier. No, that's pretty inspired. I don't know what the significance of the JD Vance with the glasses on is. JD Vance is a black person. Now that's who we need, really. This is him purple. For the last time, Mr. Wonka, I did not try any experimental gum, and frankly, I find this entire line of questioning insulting. That's pretty good. JD Vance is a robot. JD Vance says the this one's hard to top. This is my favorite so far. If I find one that's better, I'm going to put this one on top of it. The JD Vance is the son from the Teletubbies. And then all the all the Teletubbies are really sad-looking Tim Watts. JD Vance as super, like, Alex Jonesy green wizard. JD Vance as a bog swamp monster in the Norman invasion of England. Jimi Hendrix, JD Vance. JD Vance as a woman. It's uncomfortable, actually. JD Vance, the girl's got a like on Tinder. That's cool. JD Vance the Minions with the Trump as Igor. That is my new favorite. I like this one a lot. JD Vance as the Mog face. JD Vance is a Cyclops. JD Vance is the ones with these like super red. I don't like. Those are not appealing to me at all. The winner of this, by the way, is going to be the thumbnail for this. Oh, JD Vance as a dark elf from Morrowind. JD Vance as the orb guy. He's an orb guy in this one. Bald Vance, really creepy Vance. I don't like that at all, actually. That one looks realistic, like it's possible. I don't know what the fuck is up with the Jerry curl one. Is it like a real picture of him? Because that's terrible. JD Vance as a Nazi pig, I think is what that one's supposed to be. JD Vance playing Halo and drinking Mountain 2. JD Vance at a really shitty strip club in the middle of nowhere. JD Vance is a pig. That's inspired. There's another minion one. People like making him a minion. JD Vance says Jakob. JD Vance at Auschwitz. Two different Teletubby JD Vances. The one with the Tim Wattses are obviously better. Vance as Patrick. Vance as a white Egyptian pharaoh. Vance as the Riddler. Riddle me this. I demand money and tanks, yet Yet all the while I never say thanks. Who am I? I'm gonna solve the puzzle. I like Indian JD Vance. That's a man you can trust right there. Oh, that's the fat people from Wall-E. Garbage Pail Kids Vance. I don't know what's up with the curls, though. That scares me. I don't like the curls at all. I'll go to page 5. JD Vance compared to Joshua Moon of Kiwi Farms. Not sure how I feel about that. JD Vance is a Mexican. JD Vance is someone trying to steal a gorilla couch, which I don't understand at all. JD Vance as as Pixlor. That's actually really good. I don't know if he made that, but I'm gonna like this.
Well, obviously we have in Lincoln Park.
JD Vance is a little boy in mono. JD Vance next to a fat Zelensky. See, look, it does look like Alex Jones to me. Maybe he's like a clone of Alex Jones. They couldn't put the Alex Jones into the White House, so they had to clone him first. JD Vance is the adoring fan. JD Vance says George Floyd also with a lollipop. JD Vance with eyeliner on. Some sketches of JD Vance as a Pikachu, as a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And I don't know what that is, but it looks like one of those Russian dolls. And JD Vance, okay, last one. JD Vance as what looks like Dan Crenshaw, but is more like the eye patch guy from Metal Gear Solid. But I've never played that game, so I can't punish Vance. There you go. Okay, that's it for the JD Vance segment, the one and only. I picked, by the way, my favorite is this one. This will be the cover art for this episode.